Newsroom, this is Prairie and Water, our new series on environmental stories focused on Illinois. I'm Lesha Bushak. You've probably heard of court battles over the Dakota Access Pipeline, including protests at Standing Rock in North Dakota in 2016. This summer, a federal court ruled the pipeline to be shut down for an environmental review, only to be overturned a few weeks later. The pipeline ends in south-central Illinois, and here too, a legal battle is brewing.
Here is actually where it starts. Well, it comes through there.
For 5 generations, Dave Schulkebier's family has farmed 3,200 acres in Montgomery County. But several feet below the corn and soy, a 30-inch wide pipeline pumps 500,000 barrels of oil every day.
Sometimes you see a power line or a railroad that's benefiting maybe, the people around you or the people in your county. Rather than this pipeline, I guess there was a few jobs that, they had out, but once it's in the ground and under there, it's really no benefit to you.
The Dakota Access Pipeline runs more than 1,000 miles from North Dakota to an oil terminal hub in Patoka, a small town in south-central Illinois. 4 years after protests erupted at Standing Rock in North Dakota over the building of the pipeline, multiple court battles continue. Currently in Illinois, environmental groups are intervening in a case against a proposal to double the amount of oil pumping through the pipeline, from 500,000 to 1 million barrels per day.
With what they want to do, there's a danger of overpressuring the pipeline and causing a rupture, and that could happen anywhere, along the route when you're pumping that much more oil that much faster.
DAPL itself calculated that 458 barrels of crude oil could leak in 1 hour without detection. So you could have that leak going on and they would never know it.
It's likely the pipeline may not shut down anytime soon, but some experts say the legal fight is far from over.
Standing Rock was just one of many incidents that are ongoing and in fact are continuing to be ongoing. There's a much longer arc to this story.
Mackenzie Johnson is an assistant professor of natural resources and environmental sciences at the University of Illinois. She's studying the long-term effects of the Dakota Access Pipeline on land and farmers along its route.
I think close to 80% of our respondents of 70 said that environmental risks were probably their biggest concern, followed by leaks and spills. The loss of agricultural productivity was third.
I don't know if you can see, we're looking west, where that corn is nice and straight along there. Then it gets...
Dave Schulkebier has noticed a difference in his soil 4 years after the pipeline was built. He says his crops haven't been the same, and his farm has seen a 25 to 50% reduction in crop productivity in the areas around the pipeline. He's also concerned about potential leaks into groundwater.
Heaven forbid that would happen. It's always in the back of your mind. A 30-inch pipe gets a leak, it's not going to take very long. Even if you get it shut off, I would assume your dirt would be contaminated. And if you get a leak, it's going to get into your groundwater.
He says he supported protests led by the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe in 2016, but felt he had little choice when oil company Energy Transfer put the pipeline through his land under eminent domain.
When all that started up there and they were fighting it, we had actually settled down here, and they were really hot protesting that early that spring. Boy, everybody's down here going, keep fighting them, maybe it'll stop it, but it didn't happen.
It's these concerns that have led opponents in Illinois to fight Energy Transfer's planned pipeline expansion. Illinois is now the only state holding off on approving the permit. In a written statement, Energy Transfer says pipelines are proven to be the safest, most efficient, and cost-effective way to transport petroleum products long distances, particularly in comparison to rail and truck. In the meantime, Dave Schulkebier is left to grapple with the legacy of the pipeline on farmland he's leaving to his son and grandchildren.
It kind of puts pressure on me because I'm thinking, boy, I'm 4th generation. I said my son's 5th, and he's actually got the 6th generation now with him. And you're kind of back of your mind thinking, man, I'm going to sign off on this, and I hope it doesn't ruin it, for future generations. Am I doing the right thing, the wrong thing? But it finally just came down to you really didn't have much choice.
Look for more Prairie and Water reports in the coming months here on WILL TV. You can check out my stories anytime at illinoisnewsroom.org. Click on the Environment section. I'm Lesha Bushak. We'll see you next time.